Hi guys, this is Tarquin coming at you with another game of Minecraft, and just delighted to show you what I've been working on lately. This is Turtle Beach, and these in the water are turtles, and I will now explain to you why this is exciting. For they are underneath the Great Library, and they were born here, and when given seagrass to enter the mode of reproduction, they laid their eggs on this beach. So I went through a lot to figure this out. So first of all, Turtle Beach original, where the passive mobs are still working, is over on that side. And one of the main points, of course, of this village at all being repopulated was the promise to the old farmer elder that we would build a place of learning, and he would be able to gaze out at the beach away from all of the troublesome people of the previous village. But so I lured the turtles over here, but when I fed them seagrass, they just went back home and laid their eggs on that beach. So they didn't care where I was at. And then I decided I would get the eggs myself and move them over here. Well, they broke, and I'm a bad person. Uh, just some of the pumpkin fields. I've been growing tons of pumpkins. I discovered you can plant the sugar cane. The other day I discovered this in water, and so it's sort of like a cool little papyrus thing. If it comes to the top of the water, I think it keeps on getting taller, but the underwater ones don't. So you could build it up though, and of course, since you get the paper from that, it sort of appeals. The papyrus of the future only. You can get sugar out of the cane as well. Papyrus. I bet one way's right and the other way's not. So this is the village. I've got a couple more master traders of various kinds. A shocking amount of emeralds. Like, not that many. Just like 12 stacks. So like 700 emeralds. But my tools, I've got an efficiency 4 pickaxe and then quite a nice diamond axe. Very nice shovel as well. And then a pretty decent diamond hoe. I think I've got one with fortune levels on it as well. But what I decided the thing to do was to here are my 200 pigs, was to get diamond tools from the people that sell them for emeralds, and then just grind off the enchantment and then re-enchant them until I got something good. So that's where I'm at now. I dream of getting one with it's called mending, that was on my fishing pole that I found, but I've never made a weapon that has mending, so I don't know if, or a tool rather, so I don't know if it comes on it as a suffix from the enchanting table or not. So this is the other thing that I've been working on. What I would call a rudimentary chicken delivery system. So sometimes, you jump down and you are just like laying waste. You say to yourself, I am going to just slash up some chickens, as one does. And but sometimes you go too far, like you're in a corner and you're just like going totally nuts. And then you realize you've only got like 60 chickens, and it's going to take a lot of feeding time to get back up to, your 500 chicken or whatever you've got going on. Because this is a great way to get experience, of course, for my enchanting thing, which I did not anticipate when I did it. I just thought it would be funny to get chickens. And of course, my inventory space is totally mauled, but that's not the point of this enterprise. So you do a bunch of this and you free up space, and then the old me like physically picked up the eggs and then threw them onto the ground like so, like whenever I was a young Minecraft player mere weeks ago, to make chicks. But then I remembered the dispenser that we found that dispensed the water at the trial ruin, and I thought, well, there were other things in dispensers, potions, snowballs, maybe they can dispense eggs, and they can. And I built a lever for one, and then I built 2 levers, and then I remembered people talking about redstone like it was some kind of electricity, and so here is my rudimentary redstone egg delivery dispenser setup. So you just go here. It's kind of loud. I'm gonna Well, that's not in the ambient options. Anyway, this is a thing that I should have planned beforehand. There we go. It's block volume. So, and then you just go like so. And the redstone circuit, I put these things called repeaters. The initial plan was that it would repeat the signal and like go and make the lever go on and off. I might be able to figure that out someday. I've just been working on this a little bit. But as we see from looking in, all of these eggs have been dispensing a bunch of little chickens, and you can just sit here and cycle it. Uh, Whenever I did just a pure redstone line instead of the repeaters, I think rather than making a full circuit, it split the circuit like in a box rather than going forward. And so I put the repeaters here. And on this side, I think if I had gone one further out, I wouldn't have had to build so many repeaters there. But that's what I've got going on. And so you can just collect tons of eggs, put about 100 eggs in each of those dispensers, and then before I go to bake cookies or take a shower or something, I'll just lay waste to all the chickens, loot the stuff, and then do a bit of dispensing. And of course, it's very effective in just that amount of time. We've done 50 from the 9 dispensers, so about 1 in 4 seems to make a baby chicken. These are not all full, but they're mostly all full. I think everything up until the back line, yeah. So we've just got hundreds and hundreds of eggs. Thousands of eggs, rather, hundreds of raw chickens and feathers, hundreds and thousands of wheat seeds. And I did discover that I could plant spruce trees here as well as in the taiga in the same 4x4. So rather than traveling all the way across the world to be lumbering, I just, brought the spruce forest home to me. Other things I discovered, I originally thought that all trees dropped apples. And I thought, okay, that's a little novel, but sure, all trees have apples. But now I realize that it's just oak trees that have apples, and I really must protest as a person who grew up with an apple tree and with many oak trees don't drop apples. It's really all I have to say about it. I'm not trying to fight anybody. I just strongly believe, as a matter of fact, that you could have put them on, pine trees just as reasonably. I know you're saying that an acorn is indistinguishable from an apple, but I just don't know it's true. There's a lot of stuff I don't know though, and I think this video has illustrated the barriers of my knowledge considerable. They certainly seem to be, but that's what I've been working on. There are more golems on top of roofs, which is pretty fun. They're adopting the local culture, and I've just been really expanding this place, making more profession blocks. It's sort of meager though, because I was really in a utilitarian mindset. I'm like, okay, if all these toolsmiths need is a block, I'm going to put it out in the field and then I'll go talk to them. I'll build a roof over their heads later. Like right now, what I'm concerned with is my turtle vigil. But I really like the turtle thing was captivating my attentions. I didn't know how it was going to work out, and I kept I'd go AFK, go take the dog for a walk or whatever, and then the eggs would have hatched, but I couldn't see the turtles anywhere. I guess they're really small and they had gone out to sea. So I built an enclosure, and then I saw one that did actually hatch, but right when I was about to celebrate and try to hang a name tag on it, which is what I had the name tag on, I looked out and saw that I had not failed, and that my beloved turtles were actually in the ocean. See, we've got 3 right here, 4 turtles, and those are all from over here. I've never seen a turtle this close to the island in the hours that I've been working over here. The turtles from Turtle Beach don't range so far. Can I get a dolphin speed boost? Yeah, there we go. We're gonna just zoom right over, bash into the wall. And so this is original Turtle Beach. We have robbed some of their children, but they, now they're expanding. And these eggs, most of them have been here for like quite a while. I don't think I've been close enough to make them work. Like these pumpkins I planted. Oh geez, I mean like like 2 weeks ago in actual lifetime, so like several days of in-game time where they were rendered, but I would have to look it up. 'Cause on my options of video, the simulation distance and the render distance are max, but that doesn't, I don't know what those words mean. I haven't, that's not precise. I do know what the words mean. I don't know what the proper application of those words is as it pertains to, this formatting of the game. And man, oh man, I love that dolphin speed boost. That's hilarious. That's faster than I've ever traveled in this game. Pretty hysterical. But I just so as we end, I want it to, what's the hotkey? There we go, to creative, double tap to fly. You just float up a little bit and see what the island's looking like. We've got a large amount of spruce trees there. We've got our chicken coop and our totally inhumanely kept pigs there, and then just a lot of reeds on the shoreline there. I like the way that it looks both on the ground and like from the boat going by and from above, to have that sort of like choked uh, inlet aspect coming into the island, like rather than you can just drive your boat straight up. There's a lot of living things going on. And well, yeah, that's what I've been working on. I built a lot of furnaces here. We've been making terracotta. We've been making a lot of stone. I've just been turning mainly. Here's my emerald chest, yeah. So I've just mainly been turning all my cobblestone into stone and a bunch of wood into charcoal, and then selling the stone to the master mason who lives here by this grindstone in the daytime. I should say works here. He lives over in this hut, and I know that because I wake him up in the middle of the night to sell him emeralds all the time. I just like poor see he's sleeping with his eyes open. He knows I'm about to harass him for some more money. We're like, hey, buddy, I got some more stone for you. Open up. Yeah, yeah, it's me. But that's what we've got. Golems on roofs, a couple of blast furnaces there to prompt the armor smiths to spawn. And I've just been having a really good time. I shouldn't say this because it's going to sound silly, but like I'm afraid I'm going to get too good at the game. Like if I figure out how redstone actually works, then like one day I won't even have to play. Like I'll just hit a button and it'll all go. But really, I'm way too stupid to do that by accident. I would have to, look it up because I don't know how redstone works, but I know that it does work. People talk about it whenever I'm talking about playing Minecraft. They're like, "Oh yeah, I built this thing where you put the trees around and then they all get crunched, and then you turn it all into charcoal automatically, and it all automatically makes a bunch of stone automatically." And I just like, it sounds legit. And even with the words, that's an important thing about like what I would call the possible. And I'm sure somebody else has articulated this way before with a better word for it. But like once someone lets you know that something can be done, like it really can be, not just pie in the sky stuff, it's a lot easier to reverse engineer it from that point. Like the knowledge that a hot air balloon even works makes it not trivially easy, but very easy. Just the words hot air balloon and the vision of one in the sky will let you do it. Like when my buddy at work said, I made an auto smelter, that let me know one, you can automatically smelt things somehow, and two, you can do it in Minecraft. And that's really all I would need, because in the most important tab, the redstone tab, this is all stuff that has functions, right? Buttons do things, doors do things, trapdoors do things. I don't know what they all do, but I know that a hopper collects things. I know that a dropper, drops things. I know that a tripwire could be tripped by a thing. A daylight detector is pretty apparent. The observer would see things and so on. So like once I start playing with it, it seems like a rudimentary system wouldn't be too hard to do. Not like the elegant stuff. I did see many years ago a video of a dude who like built a calculator in this game, which is pretty impressive. Um, Probably more impressive than building one in the real world, which all sorts of people have been able to do. But I've been rambling for a while now. I do need to to end, but just wanted to say thanks for watching and listening. This is what this is what I've been doing, and really happy with how things have been working out. Thrilled that we've got some native laid turtle eggs on the beach that proved my suspicions correct. And, nature's healing. We're going to have so many turtles before long, won't know what to do with all of them. But that will wait for a later day. I don't know what turtles are good for. I don't care. I like them. That's that.